So the glasses are on the face now. Better. I can see my phone a little better, so that's good. And we're going to get ready to go. Hopefully we'll see people coming in again. Hey, I'm back. Had to have my glasses on, I guess. So we're going to just keep on going. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Okay. All right. So I see Christine, and I see Susie, and I see Daisy. We're going to keep on going with this. Holy moly. Okay. Here we go. All right. Hey there, Brandy. Hey there. Is that Maria? Hi. Hi. What is with my phone? Why is that being so difficult today? I don't know. Hey, Kim. Good morning. Good morning. So yeah, I put the sound up. Hopefully that's fixed. I got my glasses on. Hopefully we're doing great. Brandy, will you get your new home finished soon? All right, let's take a look. We're going to go to Tarot Under the Rainbow for this one. This is a cute little deck, and I love it, but it's also quite good. It's also quite good. Any deck, you could stick art with any of them. Some of the art will really resonate with you, other times not, but the principles of tarot remain the same. So I think that's why sometimes the cute decks sneak up on you. You get your new home finished soon. Boy, how you want it. Oh, how you want it. All the ducks are lining up in a row. Access is being given. But there's something that you're not seeing yet. There's a gift that is in the timing of this, a gift in the waiting of this. But this is what we're getting. This is coming through as, oh, how you want it, how you want it. All the ducks need to be in a row. I think the answer is yes, soon, but I don't think it's as soon as you want. Your impatience may be getting the better of you, and there's something in the lesson before you pivot. There's something to look at once more, then you pivot, and the new thing is offered soon. We've got the new start coming through here, and the Three of Coins with the teamwork here. Let the builders or the people that are putting this together do what they need to do. Let all the elements that need to come together for your new start to go really, really well. That's what I've got. That's complete. Okay. So what we're seeing from Maria is, will Emmanuel ever come back to you? Oh, that's an interesting question. All right, let's take a look. We are going to look. We're looking in the Ghost Tarot. That's surprising to me, but will Emmanuel ever come back to you? Let's take a look. Ghost Tarot. Seems right. What's the haunting about? You're holding on to something that is dead. You're holding on too long, too long. I think the answer is no, and I think you already know this. There's something that you need to move on from here. There's a little bit of this devil energy. This is a holding on to something, wishing for what might have been that never would have been. And there is a time for you to be released and free and set yourself free right now. It doesn't feel like he's coming back. It feels like actually there's transformation happening. There's big time transformation that's necessary for you. And this is what wants to release you and let you go forward. So that's what I've got. Your son? Yeah. Sometimes we share like great, huge love, and then we have our kids, and then things fizzle out or whatever happens, and then we move on to something different. But it feels like there is a freedom coming for you, but you have to release the pain of the past in order to move forward. That's not necessarily the answer I think you were hoping to get, but that's what's coming up. Sometimes it's just too little too late. Sometimes people in relationships, they don't get a clue of what they have until it's gone. And it just means it never could have been. And what you hope for and what you saw as potential in that person, or what you saw as what might have been really, really good in that person, isn't necessarily the place that they were ready to have the lesson. Your son passed away 10 years ago. Gotcha. Yeah. Don't let the grief haunt you more than what it should. Like, let the magic still be there for you, okay? Anything else about that? Let's see if there's anything else about that situation. Because that clinging to the past, it doesn't mean you can let go of. Those we've lost are the ones that we have lost. And when they've crossed over, it's particularly painful. So I'm sorry about that. But don't let that grief slow down your heart, and don't let it keep you from living any further. I want to see what else is going on there. High Priestess lessons coming in for you. Wow. High Priestess lesson is coming in, and if you can see this, it's like that book of knowledge is floating just above her hand. She is ready to understand the lessons, ready to draw them down, and ready to start looking into the deeper lessons. This is huge for you. This is a time of spiritual growth for you. It generally lasts about 1.5 years. Feels like you're already in the mix of this. And this is like a huge spiritual awakening coming in. Just one second. There's something about owning yourself, reclaiming what it is that you want to do with your life going forward. There's something about the way you're going to let things evolve. When you go to the High Priestess and you ask your questions, you ask a question that resonates deeper, not will so-and-so come back to me, or not will I ever get beyond the loss. There's a different kind of question that you need to pose in order to help yourself move forward. Part of the question might be, why am I still here? Why am I here? There could be survivor's grief or guilt going on. And that's the energy that needs to be set down. You're here for bigger purposes. We don't just have one purpose in life. There's much more work for you to do coming through. Anything else for you? Sorry, guys, this is an important one. It's more than just the micro. I know it's more than just the micro, but it needs to come through. You should be offering the gift, and you're more than ready to do so. The loyalty is not in question. Your ability to do the work that you came to do is here now. The essence of who you were before and the essence of who you are is transformed by what you've been through. You're ready to go forward. This is what you need to do. Go forward with your offering. That's what I'm getting for you. It's just wild, wild, wild. But that's what I've got. Okay, I'm going to do my commercial. That feels complete in that one. Sorry, it took me just a minute. Wow, that surprised me a little bit. So let's see what's going on. Commercial. This is what I'm doing, guys. This is how it goes here. We've got the $20 blind oracle, and as you can see over here in those carts, in these carts, I have one more just like that, full of oracle decks, and then I've got all the tarot behind me. That's the blind oracle. It's $20. You get the read you need. You don't ask a question. $30 for the year ahead. That's all 12 around, 2 in the middle, and clarifiers through the middle. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. And then if you want to ask a question, there's the mini and the full. What you just saw was a micro, and then I did happen to get a little bit nosy. I always get a little nosy. But in the micro and the full, this is, the price is $30 for the, for the mini and the full. The mini is $30. The full is $40. The mini has 7 to 10 cards, and the full has 20 cards, roughly 15 to 20, depending, sometimes a little bit more. So that's what that is. And those are regular tarot reads. If you want me to do like the Celtic Cross, the Australian 10, the book spread, the Emperor's Stone, all my specialty spreads that I like to do in spreads for tarot readings, that's in here. Now, if you want me to do a specialty reading, that's a little different. That's where we throw the tarot with the bones, or with the crystal ball, or with past life, and see what comes through. And this is how you can pay me. And it's Feisty Butterfly. The E comes before the I. Info's in the bio. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. When you pay for a read, yeah, you'll see Kim there. She's saying hello. Let her know. Let her know. Because once I'm in the cards, like you just saw a second ago, when I'm in the cards, I am lost in the cards, and I don't really know why. Oh, my phone's battery is going screwy today. What is going on with that? 1 second. 1 second. We're going to see what we can do with this. Okay. All right. I'm going to go around the other side, grab the cards, and I'll be right back. We'll make sure that the phone is going to be the phone. What a crazy day already, guys. The technical issues just keep on coming. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's just doing fine. I don't know what the deal is. Okay. I'm still here. Hi, 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 hi. All right. We'll see what happens. Okay. And the cards of Oracle cards. And now I'm back, and we'll see. Yeah, my phone, it's like this cord is not doing el shitaroo. Let me see if I can plug it into something else. Because I really don't need that going all screwy. All right, guys. Technical difficulty, please stand by. There we go. Phew. All right. Let's see if that'll work. Mercury coming out. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, you got to know it. You got to know it. Mercury retrograde will get you somehow. Hi, Mushley. Hi. Okay, so if you've got a question, this is the time. Stacy paid on Venmo. Let me check that out. Whew, and I'll get some water too. Okay. Let me see if I can find your question. Okay. Stacy, I see your payment. It looks like for a blind reading. If that's correct, just let me know and we'll go into it. And Erin, we're on the paid list, so if you let Kim know what kind of read you want, then she'll keep us on track. Blind read for Stacy. We've got a little bit of the frou-frou coming through here. We've got a little frou-frou and a little folk. And we've got the Folk Witch Tarot coming through on this one. So let's see what's going on for you. Okay, I'm going to put this down here. Hopefully you can see. We'll go in the order that I pulled the cards. For Stacy. Wow, coming in strong, coming in strong. There's a distinction, a differentness about you. There's a something to you that is a wisdom that's coming in. There's duality that needs to be honored. Your shadow side is actually one of your strengths and one of your assets. This is a little bit crazy coming in here. To see this card and see your shadow side coming in, it says duality. Something that you've considered a liability is actually an asset. It's like when somebody says, oh, she's so stubborn, or oh, she's so opinionated. Quick to slap that label on. It is not a liability. It is your asset, your asset, your asset. Don't let anybody take from you just because they want to call it something that it's not. If they want to call it something negative and it's not. Your persistence, your tenacity could be seen as stubbornness. Your big heart could be seen as too giving, over giving, but your strength is in that duality. This is not a weakness for you. This is coming through huge, huge, huge. Expansion is being asked for and called for right now. There's something about a radical acceptance that's coming through on this also. Expanding and owning this shadow aspect of yourself. Owning what it is that you know to be the case with yourself. I'm getting specifically for you, the better analogy is the way the self-saboteur operates to protect yourself, to see yourself a few steps down the track, a few steps ahead, so you know and you don't set yourself up. So this is what it is. Sometimes we self-sabotage, sometimes we procrastinate, or we do whatever it is that we think we need to do. And this is very like a duality. Am I just a chicken shit? Am I self-sabotaging? You know the line. You know the difference of that. Where your soul is peaceful and where it rests is what you know. And it's something very, very much can honor your own strength in this. The Pretty Frou-Frou has to go. The whole Pretty Frou-Frou deck has to go. It's like the only thing you needed off this deck was to understand the transformation has already happened. The shadow aspect of that is already locked in, done. It's like the goo is drying on your wings right now. Butterfly moment is here. The threshold, you're ready to cross through. This is a watershed moment for you. The threshold, if we think of the Four of Wands, the threshold stepping through the doorway, the threshold of the doorway, the portal of the opportunity. We've already passed the 8-8 Lion's Gate. Open something up for you. Again, the 8-8 Lion's Gate opens something up for you. The Strength card that wants to come through with this peaceful energy, this sense and way of abiding and understanding self, not caring what they want to define any longer. And yeah, they'll still want to define the strength of stubbornness or whatever that is. You still might define the being the chicken or sabotage as useless or worry, when really it's been protecting you up to this point because you're ready to take this big leap. We're going now into the Folk Witch Oracle, the Folk Witch Tarot, which reads more Oracle than Tarot to me. Very, very interesting. Let's see what else you've got. What is it you want to expand? Wow, sweetie. You're going to knock their socks off. This is you owning your power in such a huge way. This is the Empress remembering who she is, remembering her power, making a decisive choice, making a huge decisive choice. The duality of the two swords, where one is not as good as the other, where you have to make the choice because you're at the crossroads. This is an understanding, a new knowledge gained, and using both of these. The Queen of Swords in the Deviant Moon Tarot shows up, and she has both swords in her hands. This is like you in this moment with the Empress and the two swords, able to wield either aspect of self for your own behalf, for your own good, and able to see whatever this is that has maybe felt like a block or a liability, something that is a weakness, is not a weakness. It is something that you have converted into strength over and over again, and maybe you haven't done it in a way that you've let others see, but it is time now to let others see. That's huge. Queen of Pentacles coming through. You know your value, you know your worth, you know exactly what you're dealing with. And the Queen of Wands. My gosh, the fire in this. Queen of Pentacles is coming through with what you're peaceful about. This is understanding, owning, and knowing your self-worth. The Threshold and the Queen of Wands coming in together. This is huge. This is the one that is the most receptive of the queens, and she is at the point where she is inspiring the magic to come forward. She's allowing it to move through. She's catalyzing it, inspiring it. This is what's going on for you. Is there anything else? Now we can get to the pretty. Okay. Now we go to the pretty. One more note from the pretty. Adventure. Adventure awaits. Yes. Adventure definitely awaiting for you. This is huge. This is all this beautiful energy on this card. It is like all of it wants to be here for you. That there's magical energy, that you're seeing colors more vibrantly, more vividly, and you're seeing them a little differently. You're seeing the aspects, the emotional aspects differently than you've seen before. I'm not sure if that's making sense to you yet, but you're understanding the wisdom of what there was, and you're seeing it differently through a different lens than you saw before. Yeah, yeah. And I'm also getting, you're walking in the tall grasses with a huge appreciation. It's like you're walking in the tall grasses. This card again standing out. Oops, sorry, I had it upside down. This card again standing out. And almost like you're feeling the tall grasses as you walk by, instead of feeling like you can't get through it or you're lost. That lost sense is no more there. You're walking through the tall grasses and enjoying it, honoring it, understanding it. You're not lost in the weeds, as they say. No, you own it. You know that you own the field. That's what I got. That's complete. Holy cow. That's gorgeous. How would I summarize that? You're stepping into your power, babe, in a huge, huge way. And anything that people want to tell you that is a smallifier, qualifier, label type of thing, it just doesn't suit. It doesn't fit. And you're just done. You're just over that. So that's gorgeous. That's what I got. I'm going to get some water and then we'll see what's going on the list. Tim says, Michelle for a blind. You're welcome. You feel that way now? Yeah. Yeah. Be so proud of, even if it has taken you a long time to get there, be so proud of how far you've come. It's impressive. And it takes a while for many of us to get there. It takes a long while. Sometimes we really get convinced by what other people say and we give them a little bit more credit than we should. And it's just time. That's what it feels like. Okay, hey there, Edie. Good morning, good morning. All right, for Michelle. And what kind of read was Michelle getting? Blind. Okay, I'm seeing that. Blind. Got it, got it, got it. Michelle for the blind. Give me a second. I've got the Hogwarts theme from Harry Potter, Hogwarts theme going on in my head. Give me a second to find your deck. Oh, I know the one I want. Is it here? Is it here? Where is it? Nope, that's not it. That's not it either. Ha! Right there. Okay. I think this might be called the Secret Forest or the Sacred Forest. And then I've got a Halloween Oracle. But I'm getting that Harry Potter music so loud. I need it turned down just a minute. There's something about it that's very music box and tinny feeling. I'm not sure what that's about. It's like tinny sound, like it's this little sound. It's as if that song, that music has been played on a music box. Closing the lid. Thank you. Okay, 1 second. Wow, wow, we're getting all kinds of things coming through. We're going from there to Shallows, the song The Shallows. Once I close the music box, we're out of the shallows now. It's telling me you're going through something deeper. The tinny sound in the music box, the tinny kind of magic, the small kind of magic that you think you've been making or doing has just been small. You need to shut down the small and allow yourself to be out of the shallows, out of the practice zone. Yeah, it's game time. You've been navigating for a while. We've got the corn maze. We've got the fawn and the peppers. The fawn's coming through the strongest, but we'll look for that in just a minute. I want to see some of these and then we'll see what's going on. The corn maze is just about the navigating, getting out of the shower, enjoying the adventure, and out of the shallows, and navigating somewhere different and deeper. Now, just give me a second. These are going to come through fast. The Elf Queen, here she is. Here she is. We've got the Sade with Vitality, Queen of the Dark. We've already done this. You've already done this. You've already done these. Give me a second. I don't know what happened last December, but something in December has affected and been happening and been influencing you through up to this point. It's like this fall, you're going into this holiday season with a new kind of way of going on. You had a gift. This is the Yule Singer. There was a gift, a song, a chorus that repeated that was from last December that's coming through. Now we have the Queen that's navigated this. The Elf Queen's coming in with this. And this is how this comes in this fall. This is how this comes in. It's like you're understanding how to handle the fawn, the deer, the things that you hold but that you gently protect. The protective energy is coming in. The truth that you carry is big for you right now. There's something coming in the September moon time. It wasn't in the Lionsgate time. It's in the September moon time. Getting, yeah, okay. Out of the shallows, we're gone to the wishing well now. It's like at the well, at the fairy well, not the wishing well, at the fairy well, there's something that's going on. So this is something that if you're going in dream time, you go to where the fairy well is. This is something really, really beautiful. You go in and it's like your heart's desire needs to be spoken to privately from yourself, thrown to your higher self so you can move forward, and then you navigate new. Then the instructions come to you. This is something happening. This is a mid-September energy where the Queen of Swords and Truth and a new Winter Queen comes in. Very, very beautiful. Then peppers come through. This spicy, 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 and vitality comes through here. I want to look at these and see what's going on here. Okay. Okay, so here we're getting a little bit of the reference of the Margarita song from Practical Magic. So you've been in distinct stages of growing your magic, of learning yourself. The shallows, the Harry Potter music that needs to be shut down. That's just the teeny tiny. Now it's time to get bigger and get out of the shallows is the next thing, right? Understanding that you've completed something. Now this new fall energy is coming in. It's time to harvest something a little bit different. Express that desire for yourself, to yourself, only for yourself. Hold this piece for yourself. This is a sacred spiritual accounting, if you will. It's you doing an accounting of your own ledger with yourself. It's very sacred and for yourself. Very mindfully do something that lets you remember, cast your thoughts back, be aware, then go to the well, the fairy well. There's like a little tinkling and almost like a tee-hee-hee when you hear that tee-hee, laughing in the well. Yeah, Nell really likes that well. She really likes that. She says, be very aware of where your imagination takes you in the fairy well. And then the peppers and the spice that are coming through, like that Margarita song. It's like the lime and the coconut. It's like really, really a new fever overtakes what your desire is, and it starts to really, really warm things up for you. Really, really start turning up the flame on what it is that you desire. Bringing this in. There's something in the mid-September point that really begins the new harvest time for you. Very, very interesting to see. Is there anything else she needs to know? Yeah, surprisingly, we're going back to this Halloween flavor deck of what's going on with this. It's starting the fire and the campfire comes in. This one I'll read. It says, don't fear opening your mouth or allowing your tongue to speak. This is soul community coming together. This is soul tribe energy coming together. But the fire is being built. It's exactly what I told you. The peppers are spicing it up. The inspired time is coming forward. There's new lessons. It's like you're deepening the lesson of your own witchery woo-ness. That's not a technical term, but it is what's coming through. And there's something about the September moon. I don't know which phase of that moon. I don't automatically assume it's full, but the cards are kind of laying it like it is. There's something different. That how it was dark and complete and past. And now how it's opening up and really, really harvesty. This is what's coming up for you. This is what's coming in huge. This is the time to grab your cider, sit on the porch, and really honor that magical part of yourself in such a huge way. This is strong, strong, strong. Look for your clairaudience to turn on and turn up a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but that gift wants to be enhanced. That gift, when you get quiet, gets enhanced, turns up, dials up. It's like somebody takes the volume and cranks this up. That's what I'm getting. I don't know why, but that's the scoop of it. Yeah, that's amazing. That's what I've got coming through. Holy cow. Holy cow, holy cow. That was beautiful. Okay. All right. I'm seeing Lucy asking, how do you get a reading? Lucy, this is how you can get a reading. This is the paid list that is up, and this is my info. Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, and it's Feisty Butterfly, A Feisty Butterfly, and the E comes before the I. The info's in the bio. If you get a reading, let Kim know, and we'll just keep moving on through that. So, okay. So, you love it? Yeah, good. I'm glad. Okay. All right. Next is Erin for a full. Okay, Erin, did you have a question, hon? Sometimes the question will come through on the Cash App and PayPal and Venmo, and other times other apps don't let it come through as easily. And I'm not seeing your question there. I see your payment, but I don't see any question. So if you can put your question in the chat. Okay, you've lost your job. In a 20-plus year career, you're lost. Is there a new career or move or staying put? I don't think staying put is the answer. Give me a second. I want to explore this because staying put doesn't seem like the right thing at all. Wow, the Orions are coming in. The Orions are coming in. 1 second. I'm getting 4 decks for you for your full, so we're going to take a look. This is going to be a big one, but whatever. We've got the Phantom Wise, we've got the Orions, and then we've got this one, the Awakening. So just 1 second. The Orions is very animal-based, so it's a little bit different to see it kind of coming in this way. We're going to see what's going on with it. Lost a job of 20 years. What's going on? What was the lesson to take from there? Oh, there's no way you can stay put, honey. Even if you try and stay put in what's going on, the High Priestess is kicking out super strong. I don't know if you see this, but this is very much the dark energy, the wolf energy, the panther energy. Call it what you will. This is coming in. You also will get shades of the jackal, shades of the hyena, shades of the trickster coming in. All kinds of very feral, very predatory High Priestess. She is going to unfold the mysteries and know what's coming through. Let me move this. I want these other decks out of the way. I'm going to put this Orion's deck to the side for a minute. I want just this at the top of it. You're stepping into something entirely new and beautiful coming through. Now we've got this one with the Awakenings. What are you headed towards? And then we're going to use the others for the full reading in the middle. Wow. I'm sorry, but this High Priestess is not done with me. This is a big deal. There's something transformational that you have been working on building towards over the course of this 20 years, the spiritual growth lesson you didn't even know you were doing. It's like you're learning and teaching somebody the basics, and they're learning something spiritually deeper all along the way. It's like if you teach your kid to drive and they're a teenager, you're just teaching them the rules of the road, how to engage, how to do this, but you're also teaching them how to be respectful, how to be safe, how to be aware of others, how to increase their awareness, when to show compassion, when to yield and give way, when to make a bold move. All of this is spiritual lessons just in the learning of the driving or the teaching of the driving. This is how it has been for the last 20 years. This is not a time for you to go back. It is a time for you to go forward. I would not stay in anything that feels even remotely close to stagnant energy. You're moving forward. You're meant to move forward. High Priestess energy is coming in too strong for you to not do so. Okay, what else is going on? The Awakening Tarot wants to speak. This is a trippy little tarot deck, and I love it. It's really, I think it would be a great one for a bones reading, but it really, the imagery is different. It's not good for initially learning. Okay, what's going on? Okay. This is the rage. This is something that is the emotion that is coming through, overflowing the brain. Now, this is the Nine of Waters. That is the happy ever after. This is getting your wish and everything. But what's coming through here is the rage before the celebration. So if you have moved out of your job and it felt like it was unfair, or it felt like, I'm not sure what I'm ready to do, don't be surprised. This is where your mind is right now. There is joy coming, huge. Don't be afraid of what's happening. This is a little bit afraid, and anger that you have to readjust and recalibrate. The life is different than what you planned it to be, but it isn't different than what your higher self planned it to be. This is huge amounts of joy coming through. Okay, we're going to leave this over here, going into the Phantom Wise. I'm going to tip this down so you can kind of see these. Those are never going to stay on there, so we're just going to go into the Phantom Wise, and I'll pull them up as I need to. Phantom Wise, what does she need to know about this change going on for her career going on? Yeah, I do want the smaller deck first so you can see it all. We're going to lay the 10 going this way in a very strange arc because it feels like your trajectory has entirely changed. They'll read close to the same, but not exactly the same. It's really coming at things from a different angle that's going on. Wow. Love it, love it, love it. Something that you've been building up towards is coming through big. You can see it right here at the end. This is King of Pentacles right here. You have that Nine of Cups again. That's the same as this. Same card, different deck. Same thing. This is the happy wish fulfilled that you've got. This is don't rest on your laurels. It is time to move forward. The Knight of Swords says charge forward towards the truth. The Knight of Cups says you're the one that's holding the grail. You've got the grail in your own hand. It's up to you to move it forward. This is what's going on. The one with the grail is coming up in the challenge position. This is like what you already know what's going on. It's something that you've wished for. Whatever you have wanted, you don't want anymore. What's going forward that you've wanted for deeper, for longer, for your soul to call you towards is what you're moving towards. Whether consciously your brain hasn't caught up with it yet, your spirit knows. Your spirit is ready. The Two of Wands, evaluating what are the next steps going forward consciously and subconsciously. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. This is the Fates stepping in, doing something a little bit different for you. In the position of now, feeling a little bit isolated and alone, like you have a climb, like a dark night of the soul. It's not so dark night. I'm going to get a clarifier on this. This is not so dark night for you. It doesn't feel dark night, but it does feel like the climb. If you think about that song, The Climb, with Miley Cyrus, sing it, and there's always going to be another mountain. There's always going to be something for you to do. This is what's going on. You have to climb. You can't be in that still boring, mind-numbing, soul-numbing work anymore. Your soul has shifted, sweetie. The Hermit needs the spiritual growth, the spiritual challenge. This is what's happening. The Four of Swords will take a minute to take your breath, and then valuing yourself as the Queen of Coins. There's something coming in here that if you remember in the dream and the legacy, remember the dream and the legacy. This is coming through in an unusual way. The Queen of Coins is over here in the near future too. If you look down here in the littles, there she is. The universe is really trying to get you to this point now where you know your value, know your worth. In the recent past, in August, huge amount of strength to try and rebalance, to follow the nudge. Knowing your value, knowing your worth. This is the one that knows her business, knows her mind, knows her value, knows what she's got in the pantry, knows her wealth, and knows what she brings to the table. There is a little bit of resting needed before this climb coming in. You've got the Knight of Coins coming in, the real readiness to go forward. This is the energy around you. The readiness to travel, to be on. You are the Queen and the Queen's emissary all at once. You have this one in duplicate, right? You've got it. You see it, right? And then you have the Queen's emissary. It's something that you must take on, that you alone must take on. It is your work to do. It is more than prepared, more than ready to move forward. Then you have the Emperor here who sets up the rules, protects and provides for the realm. And this is a little bit of the hopes and fears. Can I do it? Can I set things up on my own terms? Am I going to be able to do it? And yes, you will. And then here, the delay of the King. The King is coming in the future. This is the outcome, but the Queen has to be met first. This King knows. It's like, show me your play and I'll back it. Show me your plan, I'll back your play. This is something that you've already got ready and in the works. Anything else that's coming up in the hopper for this? It's going to be exactly what you wanted. It's like you're shaving away the things that don't serve, the things that keep you stagnant, stuck, and numb. Have to go. That High Priestess energy came in too strong for anything else. Too strong. Let's see what's going on here. The Nine of Pentacles, the independent woman. This is the one that has the luxury, the time and leisure in her garden, then occasionally does the check, and that's exactly what you're in. That's exactly the energy you're in. What else is going on going forward? You're craving your independence. Yes, it's time to fly. Absolutely time to fly. It wouldn't hurt you to listen to the song Defying Gravity. I don't know if you know the story of Wicked, but it shows the story from the Wicked Witch perspective, how she's misunderstood. She stays too long in what other people want or expect of her, tries too long to fit in, and she really is powerful in her own right, doing her own thing when she's living to her own authenticity, and that's why she chooses to fly. That's why what you wanted, you don't want it anymore. That would be a great song, like pull up a karaoke version of that with the lyrics or whatever, and let that be felt through your being. Yeah, let it be felt. 9 of coins. The duplicates here. Yeah, you're ready for your money and your worth and your value to be decided by yourself in a new and entirely different way. You can't just go trading dollars for hours anymore. There's something else you want to add in. There's something else you want to do. There's something else you want to offer that will reward your soul so fully. And it will also be rewarding for you monetarily. That has to come together. There has to be balance in both of those things in order for it to move forward. This is something that will help you feel grounded, help you feel deeply connected with others. The numbing will go away. The numbing will go away. When Elphaba chooses to fly and she leaves Glinda behind, there's a sense where they're kind of mad at each other for having gone through this, but they change each other's lives. And then there's that other song from that show. Changed for good. Because I knew you, I have been changed for good. Because of the experience that you've had, it has changed you for the better. It has changed your essence and changed you permanently. And that's also some of the effect of you've had on some of the people that are also around you. This is, yeah, I would listen to those 2 songs. I'd listen to Change for Good, or the Because I Knew You song, but more important, I'd listen to Defying Gravity, because you are about to get your wish come true, and the mad will be let go and the emotion will be let through. This is huge for you. That's what's going on for you. You are moving towards something that is not just more fulfilling for the soul, it will be more rewarding for the money, and that's a hard thing to trust, but trust it. The High Priestess is in the house. You know what your spirit is nudging you towards. It's time to honor that. It's time to go for your own well-being, your own behalf. There's sometimes a predatory nature of the High Priestess that sometimes can be construed like she's using her intuition for deception, or she knows the mystery or whatever and she's using it for bad. I'm saying you have been changed for good and you've been ignoring your intuition too long. Now you understand and honor your intuition and you use it to chart your course. You use it with stealth. Understand this. You use it with stealth. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous energy. 7 moons is coming in. It feels like a 7-month period of time, 7 moons, whatever you're doing with your moon ceremony, moon magic, that's fine. But understand that there's a 7 that you need to do, a 7-month period that will need to happen before this feels totally, totally like it's solidly in. It's not the end of the world. It's just what it's going to take for you to really understand the depth of this thing. That's what I've got. That's complete. That's beautiful. That's what's coming in for you. I would not stay at whatever is old. It is definitely time to release. That's what I've got. And if it takes you a while to find what that is, if it takes you a while to find your footing, so to speak, don't be hard on yourself. Don't be difficult. Mercury retrograde is coming up right now. And some people would say it's not the time to start anything damn new. But it is something that you've outgrown, and you know you've outgrown, and you've been outgrowing this for a while. So that's already known. So that's what I've got on that. All right, I'm going to get some water, and then we'll see what's going on, and I'll hold up my commercial if I need to hold up my commercial. So, yeah, that's what we got going on. Oh, you're welcome so much. You have been, and it's time to move on. Yeah, it is. It really is. It is the season for it. It is the season. Okay. All right, we're going to go in for just a little bit here. This deck that I told you guys about, the Beloved Dead. It has archetypes and lessons in it, and we're going in it for Aaron for just a minute. I didn't expect to be doing this, but this is coming through as a bonus because you need to know. This feels so much like a little bit of a past life hint, past life clue. Where are we going to? What does she need to know? It's asking you to remember, just straight up, point blank, remember. Remember, this is the baby looking back, the past life. This is something, remember the wholesome. Treat this with new eyes, with the new eyes and the eyes of the young that you're looking at. This is past life info, something you did not complete, and you're ready to do it again. This is something that the child of the farmer and the child of the farmer, and something that was cut short. This is something where you were trying to do this earlier on. but the childhood was cut short in some way. This is saying this is part of the reason it's taken you a long time and the resistance is there, but go with it with the fresh eyes. Anything else? There's a grandmother auntie that I'll just call Matilda. I don't know if that's the right name, but you get the idea. The grandmother auntie Matilda, to do with the dance, to do with the waltzing, all of that coming through. All of this coming through. The dancers in the maze, young girl dancing in the maze, dancing in the corn. What's going on? It's like there was a dancing. It's saying in this former life that the childhood was cut short. It's like you were out in the cornfield or corn maze, a maze of growing wheat, whatever it is. That's the imagery that I'm getting. It's like you were out there dancing and lost, couldn't find where it was that was to find your way back. There was some kind of incident, and it does feel like that you crossed over on some kind of celebration of something. It was a celebration, and something was cut short because you were lost out there. You could not find your way home. You couldn't figure out how to look back. That's the backstory. You're not lost any further. Look through new eyes. You're very much more aware of what's going on. Look through the eyes of the child for what is the new start and fresh energy. This feels 1700s-ish. It could be a little bit before that, but that's the time I was tapping into. These cards are beautiful for that. I just didn't know that they would be so darn good. But they're called the Beloved Dead. And this is talking about wholesome and backstory, and then the remembering. This is for you to discover. It's something completely different in the harvest for you right now. That's what I've got. All right. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, real estate. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so my daughter, the one that is on vacation for the next 3 weeks, she is a realtor. It's a tricky thing to be going into, but I think there's going to be changes coming in the next year in 2025. I think things are going to be getting a little bit better in that particular industry. I would see a lot opening up. If you're paying attention to any of the news media, you might catch glimpses, but I felt that for a while, and I feel like February, there's something pivotal. If that's something you want to do, I would say go for it. If you like sales, if you just like land, if you just like snooping in people's houses, know what it is, the reasoning you're going in for it. Know that it is sales. If you're wired for sales, or if you just love that, know what you want to do with that. But yeah, that's something huge. That's something huge for you. I can't believe you said that. Okay. You feel like you're just being called to it. So I heard something yesterday, and it was so good. And it was something that it's the universe doesn't call the enlightened. The universe enlightens those who accept the calling, who are called. So if you feel like you're called to it, trust it. The universe will give you the enlightenment, the knowledge, the things opening up, and shower you with the things that help lift, edify, and enlighten you along the way. Yeah. It's time, sweetie pie. I would say go for it. I would say go for it. All right. That's what I've got on that. Odd Mac Jordan 96. That's a really long name. I love seeing it. That's a funny name. You're so welcome, Aaron. You are so welcome. Okay. Kim, do we have somebody else next on the list, or are we at a breathing point? It's Macy. That's Macy? Hi. Hi. Yeah, I don't know all the handles. I kind of am getting them, but you know, when Phil was on here, he had all the handles, and then we moved, and then the list that had all the names that matched up with the handles, somewhere around here, somewhere we'll find it, or we're just going to have to redo it, but whatever. The list is clear. Okay, I'm going to go into this one, guys. This is the one that I did a little bit of the chopping of. We're going to go into this one for the collective, and I've got 2 of them, but you can see this is what I have to do when I want to double down and it's gilded. I've just learned that I cut the tops and the bottom's just a sliver, and it helps. So let's go in. What is that? There's like a shrill a noise. It's like when an opera singer can break glass, but it doesn't sound pleasant. What is this shrill noise? What is the alarm? What is that? What is that about? Okay, we're going to investigate. There's the glass right there. Give me a second. These things will probably read freaking oracle to me right now. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is usually about greed and the miser. The miser is shrill. What's going on? The holding back, the holding back, the holding back. It's like the holding back on the joy and being in the state of worry before the crops are ready to come in. We're getting a lot of harvesty energy. It's like you look in the cornfield, you look in the pumpkin patch, you look for what's growing. You think, I don't know if it's come up. Well, the season isn't over yet. The season isn't even close to over. Some things need the time to grow. Water, nurture, nourish. We've got the King of Swords. We've got the King of Wands. Inspiration, truth and justice coming in. The Ten of Pentacles, the legacy broken and the legacy changing that needs to come in here. This is huge, huge, huge coming in. Of course, the Emperor would come in. If the divine masculine does not yield to the divine feminine, then it's not operating in the way that is divine. The divine masculine and feminine know how to work together really, really well. If the inspiration and the truth needs to come in and be what it is that creates the breakthrough and the legacy going forward, that's what needs to happen. People setting up things on their own terms, offering their own gifts. This is huge and beautiful. And then Judgment, to thine own self be true, comes through. King of Cups is coming through, and the Empress is coming through. Divine Feminine coming through in a huge, huge way. What else is going on? This is atmospheric. Barometric pressure. Atmospheric coming through. Let's see what we can do. Here's some of them. Here's some of them. All right. I want this gap right here. What are we going to do? Oh, I don't know if you guys can see this on here, but I want this gap filled. Let's see what's going on. More compassion is required. Judgment comes in again. Whoa. This is, to thine own self be true, motherfuckers. This is why I had to have the duplicate. You can see it here. You can see it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. To thine own self be true is the lesson of the Judgment card. It's a resurrection card, a restoration card, a second chance card. A chance for things to be what we wanted them to be. The Three of Wands, our ship coming in. You know, I call this the Santa Fe burger, but it really is when your ships are coming towards you, when the idea of what you've sent forward is now being manifest and closer to you. It's on the horizon. It's on the horizon. It's closer than you think. The garden is closer to blooming than you think. Anything else? Whoa! We need to go be Batman, guys, for sure. Look. Now, there is 78 cards in a tarot deck, and I have 2 of them, and these are the ones that came up as the duplicates. There's less than 12 cards on the table here, guys, and this is what's coming up as the duplicates. These are the important things to remember. Be true to yourself. Offer your gift. Don't hesitate. The student is ready. We are not here to be Robin. We are here to be the lead character in our life. Offer our gift such as it is. Flawed, imperfect, exactly how it's blessed to be, exactly how people can see and recognize it without having this notion of perfection in the way. Allow it to come through. Be receptive. Let whatever is wanting to be birthed through you be birthed. Let it come through in such a huge and beautiful way. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous energy. It has to come through. The time is here. And this is like the wings and the clock coming through. It's like tick-tock, tick-tock in an angelic realm. There is a new harmonic coming in, a new way to elevate coming in. This is really, really beautiful energy. It's wanting to lift, and it's almost as, some people speak of jumping timelines, and I know that sounds hippie-trippy, but it's almost as if enough of us are ready to lift to help jump that timeline that we can help the others do it too. They used to call something in science like critical mass or the 100th monkey idea, that kind of thing. That's what it feels like is happening. It feels like enough of the people are stepping forward, stepping into their gift, stepping in their power, wanting the new, wanting a kinder and more truthful way of going forward, where you're true to yourself. That authenticity is coming forward as not just necessary, but almost like a mandatory requirement if you want to expand and grow your curriculum as a human and on your human adventure. You need to have more authenticity flowing through you if you want to get the advanced curriculum and the rewards from that will come in because of that. And if you are going to do that, you need to offer your gift. You need to be willing to share. If you share, you get more. That's what I've got. Holy smokes, that's gorgeous, guys. That's huge, 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 huge. All right, I'm going to put these to the side. That's exactly why I got this deck to double, even if I did no other read than that one. Even if I did no other read than that one, It's that powerful, that potent, and that gorgeous. Absolutely a stunner of a read. Stunner. Okay. All right. And I think that we might be caught up. So, Kim, are we caught up with the list? Yeah, it is beautiful. We are going into a beautiful, even though it's a crazy time, we're going into a beautiful time. And what everything is about on that, I don't know. I don't know. But it is the time. There is something being welcomed in with the divine feminine that is super huge. Yeah, there is something to the gifts. Yes, yes. Opening up the gifts of resonance. Yeah, I can talk to them about that. Okay. All four are in the house. What I'm telling you is all the four guides that I work with all the time when I'm doing tarot, they're in the house. They're here with me now, and they're all here. Yeah, they're giving me the nod. Talk about resonance. There's something about your soul song, the way you sing, the way your voice is carried through, more than just the singing competition and contests that we see all the time, more than American Idol or AGT or any of that nonsense. There's a way we speak our truth, a way we honor our voice, and our soul song is something that's written in our code. It's stranded in. It's like it's woven into the pack that the Fool carries. It's woven into our DNA. It needs to call itself forward. This is when you have things like light wing language resonates, or people do energy work, or people do Reiki, or whatever it is that is one of your purposes, not the only purpose, but whatever that is rewarding for you to do, you need to be doing, expanding, offering, and sharing more of. This is part of your soul song. It's just a piece. It's a refrain in the musical sense, or the chorus. It's the repeat and the repeat, and it's plugged in. It's showing me music and then scattered notes and scattered notes, and it's showing me about 4 measures deep, and then I'm seeing the music sheets going through, and then I'm seeing another 4 measures come in. So this is a repeating chorus. It's going to be thematic. So whatever this is that's coming in that feels thematic is part of your soul song that must be brought forward. We're going to go into the light language cards and just see what they have to bring forward. I don't know why we're doing this. Whatever, it is what it is. So it's coming forward. Let's see what we got here. All right. Choose life and encouragement. We've got the words Ricini, and this is the choose life, and this is what it looks like. And then we've got encouragement that says Awanda, and this is what this looks like. I'm getting the treble clef has been turned on its side, and all the high harmonics have been sideways tilted for oh so long. It's time to move forward, move forward. It's time to move it forward. I'm going to show you these images again. And then I'm going to show you the backs of the cards. They look very, very much like treble clef in music. Everything in the music, it's been a cacophony. It's been boisterous, a cacophony of noise. The treble clef is turned on its side. It's time to get the alignment right. Yeah, it's time to get the alignment right so we can move through this, move through it forward. This is a returning back. It's like some of the ancestor souls are saying, remember, return back, come to our arms again. This is something that's saying, remember, remember, reclaim. This is the time, not just to rise, but to pull yourself up. This isn't to pull yourself up from the bootstraps, but offer yourself the helping hand that you've been waiting for somebody else to give. Pull yourself up and you pull others with you. Heal your own heart and you heal others with you. This is how we lift. Onto, Asini Adu. This is day after day after day. As things go forward, we're getting the Sisi Daru. Take the time, go to the field in the dreams where you walk, go to the field. In the dreams where you walk, go to the field. Sisi Daru, Self-Efe. Divine Feminine wants to enter into your dream space. Make more space in your mind, in your heart, in your imagination. Let things flow through. Nell is splashing big time now. No splashing big time. She's saying yes, yes. Let the imagination flow through. Let the play flow through. It is time for the gifts to manifest, to pour forward like the waterfall. She's splashing and running and like doing a dive over this waterfall. It is time. The universe has literally been throwing you into alignment, Zuri. Yeah, yeah, it has, and it's doing this in very, very strange and interesting, fabulous, peculiar kind of ways. There's a huge amount of wonderful that's coming through with that. Anything else? Throw yourself into your gift. Take the pen and the swimsuit. That's what I'm getting. Okay, take the pen and the swimsuit. Mo is throwing in the pen. Nell's like got the totally swimming, ready to dive. Gogs is sitting back just laughing, and he is happily laughing and observing it all. And Lucy's also in the little bit at the back right there. They know the wisdom. They come through as the older energies that come through with my guys. They know it's time, and they're very excited for many of us to do this. Yeah, let go of the closed mind and don't hold back. This is the time to really, really explore and enjoy what's coming through and what's coming through easily for you. Something about the spiral walk. The spiral walk speeds up, speeds up, speeds up. This is something, I'm getting the shape of the pyramid as if you've walked all four. We've talked about this before in certain reads. This comes through. And it feels like it's almost like powerfully whirling up. Flip, flip. It's flipping up. So the gifts are flipping up and the universe is pouring through. As you are more grounded, yet you seek the higher spiritual realm. Once you've grounded, once you've got yourself grounded, then you open up. You're really, really ready for the heart to open in a huge, huge way. The cosmic lessons want to come through. The coding, the activations that want to come through are being allowed to come through. Lucy's here. The spectacles on, folks. Glasses on, darlings. Yeah, it is like we are getting new lenses to look through. Yes, that's what we've got. So straighten your crown, glasses on, darlings. And if you have a challenge in reading something, like earlier I was having trouble reading my phone because I had my contacts and not my glasses, look through the new lens. Look through the lens that you can read through. It is time. That's what I've got. Wow, that's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff coming through. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's what I got. So if the list is clear, then maybe I'll go get some other stuff handled in the house. But that's what I've got for today. So, and I don't know if I'm going to be on again later tonight or if I might come on tomorrow. I'm thinking about it. So that's kind of where it's at. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So today, I'm not usually on Tuesdays, but I felt like I should pop on just because I had to cut things short yesterday. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. And whatever is turbulent, thanks, Kim, thanks. Whatever is turbulent, let it be peaceful. Excuse me. I swallowed wrong. Whatever is turbulent, let it be peaceful with you today. Let it be very peaceful with you. Yeah, that's what I've got. I think I'm going to let you guys go. You're glad that I got on today? Oh, I'm so glad too. It was so much fun to be here. I love doing this, guys. I love it. So I'll either be on, maybe I'll be on later tonight. It feels like you should try a night show. But I'm usually on at 11 in the day. So we'll see how it goes. So if I'm on tonight, great. If not, then I'll be on tomorrow at 11 and you can plan on seeing me then. But that's the scoop. I think that's it for now. Hopefully you guys all have a great day. Thank you so much for letting me do this. Thanks so much for being here. I love doing this. I love, love, love it. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Take care, everybody. Much love. Mwah. Bye-bye.